Aloha Nui. I'm Gino McIntyre, and this is another special episode of Deoccupy Honolulu, Changing the Discourse. I'm here at Thomas Square, and later on we're going to have Liko and Laulani Teale playing for us. This is Deoccupy Honolulu, CTV.
The following is presented by activists who are united in their cause for freedom, and each possess their own individual ideas, expressions, and critical analysis. If anything of what's shared here offends you, please take it with a grain of salt and step back. We're just another TV show after all.
Okay, so first we're going to start off with a little bit of discussion about Mauna Wakea and what's happening with the 30-meter telescope on the Big Island. I have my friends here, Luke, Daniel, and Scotty.
Yeah,
Okay. So basically I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on your mana'o basically on what's going down with the 30-meter telescope and the Mauna Kea itself. So some people say that at the heart of this issue is money, $1.4 billion, and that's why their voice is stronger than ours in a way, and they're trying to railroad through this thing because money speaks. Would you agree with something like that?
precisely because they have the media. They have the means to basically propagate into the minds of people what reality is and what is happening. Whereas for the most part, I guess, nowadays people have social media and stuff like that. It's more, like a person-to-person kind of thing being spread. And unfortunately, a lot of people are really, really jacked into the television and stuff, so they believe that that's what's true. And it takes people who know otherwise to show through their actions what's actually happening.
I've heard that it's rather than even having a profit motive, these kind of things are at least partially having the sole purpose of trying to harass and belittle the Hawaiian people by making them feel helpless and just actively disrespecting them. It's like spitting on their whatever that whole value is, like spitting in their face.
Kind of backfiring
and
a little bit.
that might not be the whole thing.
It is backfiring.
And there might be other people who are innocently taking part in this, but I do think that there's a good chance that there's some kind of influence that's their intent. They do it to Native Americans across the country. They actively just dump stuff on their land, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just disrespect. It's psychological
and
attacks.
they're working to put this telescope up there, and they really believe strongly in it. And they start talking to me about it, and it's explicitly racist what they're saying. Like they start talking about black people and all this racist shit about black people, and it's like okay, that's kind of like you're trying to justify. They're trying to basically justify white colonization of brown people. And then they start talking about the telescopes, and they start talking about Hawaiians, and then it was too much. I was really, really surprised, but it also shows to me that there's explicitly racist intention. Like this is a prime example of genocide, because it's still genocide. Cultural genocide is legally genocide, and we got a whole lot of war crimes going on right here in the Kingdom of Hawaii.
It doesn't really seem necessary to have the telescope anyway, because they have the telescope in space. So isn't that one much better than a land telescope they can make?
It's just they want to have the biggest dick,
Right?
It's just a big dick.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna attach both of this. They do have a telescope in space, the Kepler Space Telescope and the Hubble. They are quite powerful, and they have made great discoveries. But some of the land-based telescopes, because they're so big, are quite powerful. But it is about the biggest, baddest toy too. They already have 13 telescopes on that mountain, and you were talking about an effort to disrespect the Hawaiian people, and I wanted to highlight that because they closed the bathrooms after we told them this land is sacred, and not only were the bathrooms not accessible to us, They were accessible to no one who would come to this mountain from all over the world. And they defecated all around the mountain. And what ultimate desecration to show to a sacred land than to leave piles of human shit everywhere. I totally agree with you when it comes to that. And the issues of racism have come up in this discussion, especially in the astronomy community. I appreciate your monologue.
Yeah. And the symbology is 100% significant, you know?
Yes.
Because that's how people think. We're symbolic creatures. We think symbolically, you know? And and if we see that kind of thing,
someone says something,
and we don't do anything, and we don't do anything about it,
you
it becomes
treat it
normal.
bad.
Yeah,
You know, why do you think people are pissed off? I mean, it's like when you're disrespecting something, sacred to people, you're disrespecting those people, and you're hurting them too. And it's we're all connected with the environment around us. I mean, we can't just disrespect things. And people, the problem is they don't realize that they're disrespecting people. But if you talk with them, it's obvious that they're disrespectful because they don't listen to what you're saying. They don't regard what you believe or what you hold to be good or true or valuable, to be even worth listening to, because they're so caught up in their very narrow way of thinking, which can only generate thoughts within that way of thinking, and it's like there's so many spiritual people and that say we're not against science, we appreciate it as a way of thinking, but it is limited compared to having the understanding of things that is a little bit more accepting, or at least understanding the history of colonialism and the history of racism. Because if you don't have that understanding and you're white and you have money and you're trying to do something, then you're probably perpetuating racism and colonialism without even knowing it, That's ignorance, People are perpetuating ignorance.
Stop being a white stereotype.
Yeah.
Well, this has been some monologue from some very good friends of mine who I've known for years through the Occupy movement, now known as Deoccupy here in Honolulu. I've been up on the Mauna myself for the past month. We were here on Oahu. We had a 10,000 strong march down Waikiki, and we're getting our word out. This is Gino McIntyre, and you've been watching Deoccupy Honolulu, changing the discourse.
So this is a song that came, hats off to Kahu, Prince Kohil's grandson, who was there with me. And this song is, you can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide behind the pillars of genocide. You can lock me in the prison walls and kick me out into the streets and halls. Whatever happened to the sacred trust? Did they forget about us and our aspirations for self-determination lie in the dust? Oh, tell me, what have I done wrong? Why can't we get along? What is the cause? The loss of love. What is the cause? Oh, tell me, why won't they leave us alone? Is it the shame of what's been done? Why do they do it? They can't refuse it, they're under the gun. But you can run, but you can't hide behind the pillars of genocide. You can lock me in the prison walls and kick me out into the streets and halls. Whatever happened to the sacred trust? forget about us. Our aspirations for self-determination lie in the dust. How long will it be? How long till we're set free? We sing about what went wrong and talk about those freedom songs, but the chains will someday fall, just like the Berlin Wall. You can run, but you can't hide behind the pillars of genocide. You can lock me in the prison walls and kick me out into the streets and hold whatever happened to the sacred trust. Did they forget about us? Our aspirations for self-determination lie in the dust. Our aspirations for self-determination lie in the dust. The Loi, that is.
Aloha everybody, mahalo nui for coming. It's so awesome to see a sea of red right now. We are here. We are together. And we say Aloha to the hava that is taking place. I want everybody to be mindful that the organizations and the sponsors that have contributed to the planning. Part of the reason why we put this march together in unity is because we want to send a strong message to the politicians that we are unified. So please bear with us as we call the lineup of our organizations and of our halau.
While everybody for getting in line, we do need to keep this road open. Ke'olu, let's keep this road open. Line two, if you heard your name, please come up.
Because the British came here.
Line 2, also Uncle Buffalo, Ke'olani. How about a big round of applause all over the west side, Uncle Buff?
I look silly.
There we go. Woo!
sorry.
motion like this?
Good. More.
Japan is violating its treaty with the Hawaiian Kingdom! Canada is violating its treaty with the Hawaiian Kingdom! France is violating its treaty with the Hawaiian Kingdom! The United States is violating its treaty with the Hawaiian Kingdom!
Any other words, Dexter?
You got to end the illegal occupation, man. We got to end the illegal occupation of Hawaii.
Yes, sir.
That's it, and we gotta say it. Everyone's gotta say it. End the illegal occupation of Hawaii.
Fake state is deception.
It's deception. It's indoctrination. It's denationalization. It's Americanization.
And you're being yourself here.
Hey, we're just speaking the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth.
Set you free.